Hi there, I'm Monika Blunder. I'm a celebrity makeup artist from Los Angeles. I'm going to show you how I did this age-defying makeup look. One of my age-defying makeup tricks is hydrated skin. So for that, I really love to use one of my products from the Monika Blunder Beauty range, which is our Undercover Face Cream. And I love to really start with the Undercover Face Cream to really plump up the skin. So the first thing I do is I basically just take a little scoop out of the Undercover Face Cream, and I like to massage the skin by applying it. I always sort of start in the center of the face. And what's really lovely about this moisturizer is that it's really lightweight. It doesn't have a scent. It really works for all skin types. And it just gives like a really lovely sort of base before you start any sort of makeup application. And it really hydrates your skin, and it gives you that really beautiful glow from within. I like to massage the skin and really sort of like bring a little bit of life. You can see immediately, like, you know, she's getting a bit red, which is actually really nice because we really want the skin to sort of like get some circulation going. And I like to bring it down the neck because a lot of people forget the neck, and we want to also give a bit of moisture right there. All right, another tip for age-defying makeup application is just in general using the right formulation. And it's really important that the formulation is not too dry or it's not too sparkly. You really want something that really gives a bit of hydration, and you want also something that is really buildable. I love obviously to use our Monika Blunder Beauty Blunder Cover because it has the kind of formulation that you can build, you can spot conceal with it, you can just use it underneath your eyes if you want to, and you can also treat certain problematic areas that you have. If you have dark spots or if you have any blemishes, you can really go in and pinpoint conceal with it. So I'm going to show you now how to use Blunder Cover. Alright, so this is Blunder Cover, and what is very unique about this product is the formulation. It's creamy, and when you first look at it in the pot, you would think that it's a really heavy foundation, but you can really do so many different things with it. Like I mentioned, you can just use it underneath your eyes for a bit of coverage, or you could, you know, especially because we use the right skincare underneath, it really just like literally melts into the skin. And you could also make it into a tinted moisturizer if you want to. If you use a bit of face oil underneath, you can shear out the product and really make it into a very light sort of skin tint. And the other thing I love with this formulation is that you can really go in and target certain areas. Like if you do have a bit of discoloration, or if you have any sort of like, you know, areas that you want to target, you can go in with the brush and really point towards that area, and you can cover it very easily. Another thing I love to do is maybe pick up a lighter shade, like maybe a half a shade or one shade lighter, and especially around the eyes, if you want your eyes to pop, you just use a shade lighter, and it just really awakens you up. And I love to also use it on the eyelid, if you close your eyelid, because a lot of times we tend to have a bit of redness on our eyelids, and if you use a bit of the Blunder Cover on top of it, if you open up, you see the difference. It like really wakes you up. And I love using this formulation, like I mentioned, because it's a more satin finish. And for you know, for more mature skin, if you use a formulation that is too dry, or if it has some sort of shimmer in it, I think it is definitely not as beneficial for mature skin. I think it's also really important to experiment with, you know, 2 or 3 different shades, because you don't want your face to just be one-dimensional. So I like to always kind of like shade match your proper shade all over, but then go in with a shade lighter underneath the eyes. And to bring a bit of dimension, I even like to go in with a darker shade, something like the 6.5 that we have right here, for a bit contour or even bronzing. And I love to work with a creamy formulation for contour or bronzing because it's more forgiving. If you use a powder is something you put it on and it's there and you can't really, fix any mistakes. With a cream formulation, you can apply it, but if you use too much, you just go in with a lighter shade and like fix it that way. So it's more forgiving. I like to start sort of where the ear loop is and have you suck in your cheeks so we can see on camera. This is the hollows of her cheeks, and I kind of like start right there. I also like to don't go in too far, kind of like stop where her pupil is. And then I take the flat part of the brush and I buff the contour shade into her skin. I'm going to do it a bit more extreme so you can see what I'm doing on camera. And then I go into the temple, and I just want you to see how easy it is to blend. Once it's applied, we take the flat part of the brush, and I like to just buff it into the skin. As you can see, I'm not swiping with the brush. That's a really important part, that you really want to make sure you kind of like push the brush into the skin like that. And you can do the same thing in the jawline. In the jawline, you can swipe. Another trick I love, or another tip I have for age-defying makeup tips, is to use a brown mascara. I love using brown versus black because it's just softer. And Monika Blunder Beauty has brought out a brown mascara a few months ago, and I used to always just wear black, and since we have the brown mascara in the range, this is my go-to, my everyday mascara, especially during the day. It's softer, it looks really natural, and what I love about this particular mascara is that it's really buildable. So you can use it, you can use one coat and it looks really natural, or you could use multiple coats and it just gives you a bit more drama to your eye. Another thing I love to do, again, I love multifunctional products, is to use the brown mascara as my eyeliner, and I'm going to show you that as well. So I'm going to first apply the mascara just to show you what the difference is between black and brown. And I'm going to start by applying it on the root of your lashes, and I pull the mascara upwards and outwards. A lot of people think that you have to be, very light skinned and that you have to have blue eyes in order to wear brown mascara. And I really think that everyone can wear brown mascara. You can have brown eyes, you can be dark skinned, it works on everyone. So one thing I love to do with my brown mascara is to use it also as an eyeliner. So all you really need is an angle brush. Any angle brush will do. And I sort of like dip the brush into the wand of the mascara, just like that. And I use that as my eyeliner. And I personally love a brown liner versus a black liner because it is softer and it just looks really youthful on the eye. And all I do is I apply it on the lash line, very close. And you can also do just a bit of a little baby wing on the outer corner where we just lift the liner upwards. Open, perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you have a chance to try out some of those tips.